You want to say hi to the people in
Yes,
Germany?
I do. Hello, everyone. I just hit the mic here. Hello. How are you doing? I love Germany. I toured there with Rock Mix Classic for an entire month with Alice Cooper. So I guess we went to every city and played with an orchestra, and that was really cool. It was like with Uriah Heep, and yeah, it was awesome. Great audience. It was a really cool experience there.
The music scene in Germany is kicking. It's awesome. Like there's a lot of rock, there's a lot of metal, a lot of pop, a lot of everything, but guitars are really important in Germany as well.
Which I love.
Yeah, kind of me too. It's awesome.
Yeah, they're great audience, and yeah, everyone's into rock, as I feel like it's a very heavy rock scene, and you kind of feel it when you get there, and people are just like huge fans of that, so it's awesome.
Did you play Berlin?
I did, yeah. Actually, quite a few times I played Berlin with Alice Cooper, also with David Garrett, who's a violin player, and I collaborated with him on a clothing line actually in Germany. Right. S. Oliver. I had this clothing rock and roll line, 2011, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, we went and we recorded a song together and played in Berlin. And there was like pyro and it was really cool actually, really cool.
Awesome. Well, we're obviously international. We're on YouTube right now. So hello, YouTube people. What do you sit with Orianthi in an orange booth at NAMM 2020? What do you ask her? Because I don't know. But I do know I'm a big Orange fan.
So am I.
And this one's my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely. You know what? I started playing these, about a year and a bit ago, and I just love the tones out of this amp. You know, especially has the reverb and everything. I'm all about the guitar and the amp connection. For some reason, the PRS and the orange just really marry really well together, and they just the gravity this amp kind of holds too. I mean, it doesn't. Some amps can sound kind of compressed. You know what I mean? It feels like it's pushing back. This just pushes everything forward, and it's got this clear tone. You know, I love using the distortion from the amp too. So, you know, and the fact that you can just, it's really versatile. It's really versatile. So I dig it.
And are you guitar into amp sort of person, or do you have like a little pedal collection that you need?
Well, I have my signature pedals that are available.
Of course.
Now, everyone, you can buy them. They're
Such as?
The Nexi pedals, which I just created with Nexi and the Octava and the Nexi Plexi, which are really cool. And I'm not a pedal person. I use a wah, usually on stage, and I use those pedals, but they don't interfere with the connection. They're really well made. And yeah, they really convinced me to just come with the company, because when I heard them, they sound analog. You know what I mean? So it's got this really great tone, and it's cool. It's a fuzz and an octave together, so that's pretty rad, right?
Fuzz is my favorite effect ever.
Oh yeah.
And octave is necessary with the fuzz.
Very necessary. It's like a bass, and that, you know, with the new record I just did with Marty Fredrickson, we did it in Nashville, and it was 28 days with this record, and most of the guitar riffs are actually, they've got an octave kind of sound to them, so it sounds like a bass is following all the riffs. So I thought it was, we use that pedal a lot.
So you don't need a bass player?
Well, I do, but you know, just doubles it up. It just holds a lot more gravity. I love it.
I'm just putting it there for our bass fans, because we've had such an influx of bass players that watch this channel now, and they want more and more bass. And I don't know what that is. We're guitar players also, you know. I feel like the minority now.
We're constantly fighting on stage, you know. Who's louder?
So how many are in your band when you have a setup? What's the setup?
Well, keyboards, bass, my rhythm guitar player / lead guitar player, and drums, and myself. Yeah. I'd like to have a horn section though later, and then have some background singers. You know, yeah, it'd be really cool. That'd be really cool. Yeah.
Have you ever played with the horn section?
Yeah, I mean, a long time ago, and I just loved it. And I think the next record is going to be more sort of like soul, kind of, you know, rock, soul, kind of not sort of bluesy, but kind of more in the, you know, I don't even know. I've just been writing that. But with this record, I mean, I want to have some background singers on this, and I want to have, I've definitely got my keys, and we play to some tracks as well, because there's so many different elements to this record that to really, you know, for people to really hear it properly and for it to sound amazing, you got to play with some tracks, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way I want to kind of do it. So we'll be programming a lot of things. Maybe the keyboard player will be able to just play them all live. You never know. You know, I just want it to sound really full. So that will be coming out in a few months.
That would be awesome. At Thomann, we have people that work in the shop are musicians. So if you go to the brass section in the shop, and it's a huge shop, there are players there. They're not just people that sell the instruments. So we get together and we jam a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And to have that horn, that power, that I don't know, it just feels so organic and so interesting.
I love the orchestra situation. I just love the big sound, and when it's, you know, different things are orchestrated a certain way, and different instruments are incorporated. I mean, there's so many different textures, and it's beautiful, you know. So I just say more the merrier. Yeah.
I don't know if it's this room, but whenever I come in this room, I feel very calm and relaxed. And we've had some deep moments in interviews in this room.
Very deep.
We were there. It's lovely, isn't it?
It's a nice calmness to it amongst madness of the zoo of NAMM, I should say, which is great. You know, honestly, I feel every time I come out to NAMM, you always have to kind of prepare yourself to come through the doors.
It's only my second time, so what do you do? What's the preparation?
Oh, just I don't know, centering myself as much as I can mentally and walking through the doors and think, okay, this is what I got ahead, and everything's sort of haphazard in a sort of a controlled way. And you meet so many people that support you, with buying your music or products. And then obviously the companies too, which you come and thank, for me is a big thing, like with obviously Orange and Pori Smith and Nexi and Dean Markley and it's really important to me. So I got something in my throat. Important to me. I'm getting very emotional here. Really important to say thank you because, to get the tones that I want and everything like that, to have the support of these companies is awesome. Truly.
That's good.
And they're good people. They really are.
That's what I like. I know we're in the Orange booth, but the Orange people are really special to me.
They are.
They're British, firstly, mostly.
Yes. Yeah, and they're nice. They're just nice.
They are nice, aren't they?
Pat Foley's a good friend of mine. He's great.
I like the contradiction between the really nice people making these killer, heavy, screaming amps. I think that's really funny. Like Cliff and Adrian designing these amps, and they're, hello, nice to see you. And then, rah, this sound that comes out.
Right.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
It's awesome. I love it.
We were talking to Glenn Hughes recently, and he was in here telling us about his new way of living and how he's talking about the present and living in the present and the future rather than the past. And it was so important.
Oh my God. It's funny because I was just talking about this the other day. Ages ago, like 10 years ago, or maybe more actually, when my first record came out, and everything was just like, it was like putting your head out of a car window on a freeway. Everything was just like coming out, and I wasn't really present in a lot of moments. I can say that now. Like everything was rushing by me. I was going on to the next, because everything's put in front of you for the next day,
sure.
Right? And you're looking past that. And to say, I didn't really enjoy it. I wasn't present for a lot of it. Some of it I was, and I can look back and say I was present in those moments, but a lot of it I was going, okay, the next thing, and you're on a plane, and you're in Japan 10 times in 1 year, and then you're doing, so many different things, and when things take off, and then, but I can say in the shows, those moments definitely I was present, but a lot of things that surround that, and with your, with the people around, and just having the moments and relaxing and just and feeling good and just kind of letting go of a lot of stuff, and just happiness really comes with being present, because you're thinking about the past and you're worrying, you're thinking about the future, you're like anxious, so it's kind of like it's very true, and applying that every day is mentally, I read a lot, like 4 Agreements and stuff like that, you know what I mean? I'm very, very much into those like spiritual self-help books, whatever.
So I'm laughing because I think you're the 4th person I've spoken to that is saying this, and there's such this awareness now, self-awareness, and being in the present, and also like using music to help as a therapy as well as just like a career.
It really is. It's and I was actually working on earlier meditation record, which was incorporating healing sounds with like sound bowls and all that stuff. And I'm going to release it eventually. It's an instrumental record. I'm playing everything on it, recording it out of my place, and I'm getting this guy over. He's got all these like healing bowls and flutes and everything. And I want to do something like that too, because I do feel the power of music is so, it's like magic. It's the most powerful form of magic, music is. And it brings people together. There's no divide. I feel like going to a concert is like going to church. But it's like the best church ever, because there's no divide. You know what I mean? It's like my religion is better than yours or whatever it is. It's just like you're all feeling the same thing, hopefully. And they will enjoy it, and you try to elate people, and while you're feeling that way when you're playing it, and that's what it's all about, definitely. And just, well, when you have a sound check and you have everything going right, then you can be in that present moment and enjoying it. But I just feel that music is so powerful. It saved my life. It definitely, it made me, when I was 6 years old and I picked up a guitar for the first time, and I just knew that was my path. I'm not doing anything else. I told my parents, told everyone in Australia, I'm coming to America, I'm making my record, I'm touring the world with different artists and doing my own thing, and that's what's happening. and I'm buying myself a Cadillac.
You have bought it, you are buying?
No, I told everyone.
That was your plan.
And
Sorry.
I did. I got a Cadillac. It was like Elvis. It was like when I watched Elvis for the first time, like 6. I was like, that's what I want to do. And he really inspired me. So.
That's awesome. So we talk a lot to beginner musicians and people who are like looking at becoming a musician. So going from appreciating music to beginning to make that music, and sort of this is kind of weird, but I'm a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger, like his psychology stuff.
Yeah.
No politics. Let's keep that out of here. But he was like, only plan A, don't go for plan B.
Oh.
And that seems to be what you're saying.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because I would have been fired from every other job.
I've been fired from many jobs.
Well, here's the thing. I could feed animals at a zoo. I could do that well, I think.
What's your favorite animal?
Well, I have a cat, and I love her dearly, and I have 2 dogs in Australia. I love all animals. I love birds. I grew up with lots of chickens. I had 20 pigeons. I had rabbits. I had ducks. I had, God, everything that landed in our yard, because we live next to the state fair, like we call it the Royal Show in Adelaide, Australia. So different animals would arrive every year, and just kind of, because I would see that we had so many, they would just join the party, if they escaped. So we'd get something new, and lizards, mice, everything. I mean, we had a rabbit problem at one stage. I think it was like 30 rabbits, 40, I don't even know. They burrowed underneath our next door. It was crazy. It was like a zoo, which I loved. So I love all animals is my answer. So that's probably the only job I could do, is take care of animals.
Maybe when you're older, you can sit back, relax, and feed
the birds.
Feed the birds. That's a good album title.
Feed the birds.
You can have that one for free. So, thank you so much for your time. I mean, this is lovely talking to you and lovely being at Orange. And I'm going to relax in this room a little bit more. But I want to say thank you to you for watching, and thank you for joining us on this journey in NAMM 2020. And this is Orianthi. Bye bye.
See you later.
Hey, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.